Welcome to the nest, guys and gals. Thanks for joining this adventure. My name is Skyrider, also known as Jeff. If you like what you see, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content. Now, today, we're playing Valheim, specifically just after the Mistlands update. We're going to hit some start game. I don't know if you guys have heard of Valheim before. It's pretty awesome. Started out as a super simple, small Viking game. It's made leaps and bounds. I personally have loved it the entire time that it's been out. I think that we're going to start with a new character. New character. We'll stick with male for now. Yeah, that sounds about right. We'll give him slightly more tan, just the slightest bit. I do like the new hairs that they've given the characters as things have progressed with the game, which I think is awesome. Royal braids. Okay, yeah. Royal 1, Royal 2. I think we'll stick with Royal. Nice royal braids, royal beard. Nice. Nice redhead. Nice ginger lad. You know what? Let's name this boy Fergus. He's a Norseman, but I'm gonna say that eh, and it shaves. Don't care for that. Well, let's just play it. Let's do this. We don't need to worry about servers. Enter new world. We're gonna name it Isle of... Oh, we can't space it. Wow, alright. Isle of Skye. Haven't played this since the Mistland update. There was something that happened before. I think it was the Home and Hearth update that I played for a little bit. Really good. Really well done. But now we got the Mistlands. If you guys don't know enough about the game, I highly recommend taking a look at some of the storyline, going to Steam and looking at the photos that people have taken. Really well created, and the art style is phenomenal. Oh. Valheim may be crashing, guys. Oh no, there we go. We're good. Long ago, the Allfather Odin united the worlds. He threw down his foes and cast them into the 10th world, then split the bows that held their prison to the world tree, and left it to drift unanchored, a place of exile. For centuries, this world slumbered uneasily, but it did not die. As glacial ages passed, kingdoms rose and fell out of sight of the gods. When Odin heard his enemies were growing once again in strength, he looked to Midgard and sent his Valkyries to scour the battlefields for the graves of their warriors. Dead to the world, they'll be born again in Valheim. Now, when it comes to mythology, Norse, you had your warriors that fell in battle that were powerful, great, phenomenal, really showed promise, they would be resurrected and their souls would be saved to fight once again in the end of days, also known as Ragnarok. Um, and I believe it was they were welcomed into Valhalla. But I do like how they've changed the name to Valheim instead. Yeah, drop me off, big boy. Nice. And you got, yeah, this Hugin. Megaliths surrounding you are the sacrificial stones. They represent the Forsaken, which you must slay in order to ascend to Valhalla. So there you go. So yeah, you're currently in like this um, purgatory almost of you need to defeat these beasts before you can reach the end. And it looks like they have added another character after the Lich King. So yeah, so you had, when I first started, we had the Deer Boy. These magical stones were scattered through the lands by Odin in a signpost pointing towards the ritual grounds of the Forsaken. If inspected closer, this one will reveal the summoning place of Thekir, your first prey. He is a mighty beast, so you need to properly arm yourself before ever attempting to defeat him or even. So he's down to our southeast. Awesome. It looks like we might have passed a black forest on our way, which is awesome to know, because that's where we're going to get a lot of our copper, tin, basically next stage resources. But Eikthyr is going to be our first person to go after, which I think is awesome. Okay, so yeah, we've registered it. Awesome, we got it. It's Eikthyr. You then have the old one, or the tall tree that you have to face in the second stage. I call this guy Oogie Boogie, but he's basically a swamp creature. We then have Dragon. I forget her name, but she's the queen dragon. She's in the mountains. This guy is in the plains. This place is no joke. If you get into the plains early on, you're going to die instantly and repeatedly. But I'm assuming this is for the Mistlands, and this is something that I haven't seen before. I don't know the name of it. It looks like it's a worm with some sort of scythe for a hand or long, sharp talons, or some sort of maybe Grim Reaper. But whatever the case may be, let's start setting things up. In the bottom left, you guys can probably see that there is a bit of health, and there's 3 spots plus a fork. The 3 squares are going to be your meals or what you've had. Oh, here we go. There's our little first enemy of the game. Greylings. They're not super hard to deal with. Pretty much just spam, which is pretty awesome. Resin is something that they leave. They also usually leave, the stronger ones leave Grey Dwarf Eyes. And then you can use those to create different things. But I do love the mechanics behind this game. You do get a leveling system where you get stronger the more you do things. If you noticed, my fists became level 2. We got some wood here, so let's look at our inventory. Tab to look at an inventory, as well as you got a little bit of crafting being done here. To get a club, we need 6 wood. To craft a torch, we need to get 1 wood, 1 resin, which we already have. We already have our tunic currently on. As the game progresses, you do get better armor and gear and stuff like that. But our main thing right now is to gather wood. I'm probably going to also gather an axe. One of the benefits when it comes to food in the bottom left, before I was interrupted, stone axe out of wood and stone. You'll have to recall the true shape of objects. Okay, so basically it is explaining why we don't know what everything is right away. It takes time. Our memory isn't what it used to be, because we bit the dust on Midgard, which is Earth. believe this is flint here. Yeah, flint. That isn't the stones we're looking for. These are the stones we're looking for. So we need stones. Once you collect stones, if you saw, you can also pick up random branches on the ground too. I think we need a few more stones before we can get our axe. Yeah, we need 3 more stones, or 2 more stones. We got some random things. There's also going to be a couple different things that we will have to face. Greylings are one of such enemy. There is a couple others that we do have to face. I think they're gecks. They're like a weird lizard creature, which I think is pretty fun. There we go, more stones, awesome. There's also dynamic weather in this game, in the sense of certain times there are nice, beautiful days, other days they're cloudy, rainy days, and that does affect the water and the sea around us, where the water will come higher and lower. Ooh, something also that is good is greylings, or any sort of enemy, or creature for that matter, can have different stars. Yeah, look at that. So this guy is just a low level, there's no star, he's just a regular leveled enemy. Anything that has 1 star is like a tier 2, and then there are certain enemies or certain creatures that actually have a 3rd tier, which is 2 stars. Those are much rarer. I think I've only seen a couple in the games that I've played. Deer are the most common of the tier 3s because they just spawn so often. But if you ever see really big enemies or enemies and they're tier 2 or tier 3, be ready for a big fight because they don't go down without one. Alright, get lost. Yeah, that's right, run away. Yeah, it looks like the game wants to teach me how to play here. And don't forget to pick up the stuff that they drop, just in case. Okay. What are we thinking, guys? Oh yeah, also doing random activities. Look at that. Actually, I'll show you those guys real quick. All of our skills that we have leveled up or we know right off the bat are right here. I know that as we progress, we're going to get other ones. Believe mining is going to be one of them. Archery is also one. Sneak, which I think if I start sneaking around, I should get a sneak level at some point. It does require stamina though, which I think is fascinating. Those are my trophies. But yeah, sneak, there we go. It's almost level 1. The higher your sneak is, the harder it is for enemies to detect you, which I think goes without saying. Certain armors will also reduce the ability of seeing you. Oh, we finally got our axe, which is awesome. The thing we'll have to get soon is a bench, specifically a bench that will allow us to craft a wider variety of items. It's similar to a lot of survival games where you need to craft a specific tier of item to unlock the next tier of things. As you progress, things become more open, you get more resources to then increase that ability. Another mechanic that I really enjoy about this game is that you can place different items around your workbench or whatever bench you're using to create specific items. and those will increase the tier of things that you can create. Oh, hi there. One thing I think that they don't like is fire, so let's hit them with that. There we go. I heard Hugin somewhere. Ah, there you are. You found a snack consume it to improve your health and stamina. So like I was saying, I probably completely forgot it. Depending on the kind of items you consume, I believe silver is just a neutral back and forth between health and stamina. I think gold forked items, those are more towards stamina than health. And then you have a bronze fork, which is more health than stamina, which I think is pretty awesome. It's a great way to tell what you're playing and or rather what you're consuming and how you're building your character. Health regens over time. You have found the summoning place of the One Forsaken. Make the correct offering at their altar and they will come. Eat a hearty meal before engaging them in combat. Yes, so without health and stamina, you will most certainly die with these guys. Even just the starter enemy, you won't be able to make it. So we have found the summoning location. Keep in mind, this is not the only one in the entire map. There are multiple summoning locations of every thing. Oh, interesting. Will I be able to catch the fish? Oh, also another thing is if you run out of stamina while you are swimming, you do start taking damage. So that is something to be wary of. I personally really enjoy having a location that is a little more flat than these areas. Definitely not a plains. A plains biome will get you killed almost instantaneously. Oh yeah, look at that. Speaking of dying almost instantaneously, like I said, if you run out of stamina while you're in the water, you start taking damage. And I don't have anything like health potions yet. You can get potions. Oh, little wild boars. Those guys are a pain. They will come chasing after you and then kind of sprint away and rotate with that because they don't want to be caught, but they're also little aggressive little buggers. But beyond that, I think this is a decent place, and because we know that there are boars that spawn in this area, this might be a good location. Yeah, I think this location's alright. Yeah, I do like this. And it's just on the edge of the forest too, so we can start chopping things down. Looks like we got a boar here. Let's see if we can get this guy. Oh, he's running away. Okay. He will come back for me, and he'll try to hit me. That, yeah. Burn, piggy. Give me your skin. Give me your meat. Yes. Okay, so let's just take this all. So you got amber is valuable because you can actually sell it. There's a trader that you can sell it to. He is the only person that only has a single spawn. Once you find him, you find him. You can't find him anywhere else. He gives you some pretty good loot, so I'd recommend making sure that you traverse a little bit before deciding where you want to park it, unless you, before you decide where you're going to have your home base. Now, granted, you can always move your bases. One of the cool things that I really like about this game is there is a portal or like travel mechanic. Certain things don't go through that portal, so keep that in mind. But then that brings us to another thing that I love about this game is there are ships that you can build and different levels of ships that you can build, which I find absolutely awesome. And I can't wait for more games to have it. Okay, so let's start setting up on where we think our base should be. I think, you know what, this area right here. is probably the best bet. So what we're going to do is we are going to craft a hammer, craft an axe because we will need that, but we are going to craft a workbench. So this workbench will actually let us craft anywhere in the circle that it creates, which is really important to note, because if you try crafting or try building outside of that crafting circle, it won't go well for you. But now, what we can do is I can start building floors. So I personally really enjoy getting to about the highest point that you can. And start building from there. Oh, we need more wood already. Look at that. Okay, so we've officially started on our building. Even though it only looks like a little bit of grass and ground, that's all right. We're already well on our way to making a lovely home. All right, I'm going to call it for this episode here, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Again, if you really enjoyed, definitely hit that like button, subscribe for more. We're probably going to kick it off right after this episode into the next one, and I hope to see you guys there. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming into the nest, ladies and gents. My name is Skyrider, also known as Jeff, and I will see you next time. Take care.